During World War II, or otherwise known as the Second World War, there was a great controversy of what was deemed art. Why is this, you may ask? It all began with a young artist named Adolf Hitler. Today we know him for a more gruesome reason. To understand what the significance of artwork during World War II was, we have to backtrack a bit to a time when Adolf Hitler was just a boy. When the young Hitler was a boy, he strived to become a professional artist. He wanted to attend the Academy of Fine Arts in Vienna, but was sadly rejected twice, in both 1907 and 1908. He then tried to make a living by selling his works of art on the streets of Vienna. He continued to be unsuccessful. Then he served in the First World War, but spent most of his time painting. Why did he change into the man that is now known today as a horrific dictator? After World War I ended, he remained in the army because he had no formal education or career prospects. After he was discharged from the army in 1920, he started working in the political system. When the Great Depression occurred, it provided an opportunity for Hitler. This is the start to his rise to power. He was appointed Chancellor and head of the Nazi Party in 1933.
Und dieses Volk wollen wir ringen und wollen wir kämpfen und niemals erlahmen und niemals ermüden und niemals verzagen und niemals
Why does this matter? Hitler soon after became the dictator of Nazi Germany. This changed the course of art as we know it. During his reign, he did terrible things, such as stealing works of art he deemed not to be actual art. These works of art were often hidden or destroyed by the Nazis. What did he see as degenerate art? This was anything abstract or showed expression. If the work was by a Jewish artist, or if the artist wasn't of German descent, and if it criticized anything in the German culture. One great example of degenerate art is a painting known as the Portrait of Adele Bloch-Bouer1. The portrait of Adele Bloch-Bouer1, or otherwise known as the Woman in Gold, was created in 1907 by the famous painter Gustav Klimt. It is the most representative artwork of Gustav's golden age. The medium of this specific painting was oil, silver, and gold on canvas. It took Gustav 3 years to complete this painting. As it happens, Klimt was a part of the Vienna Secession, which was a group of artists that broke away from the traditional form of painting. To understand why this work was thought to be degenerate, we must understand who Adele Bloch-Bouer was. Adele Bloch-Bouer lived from 1881 to 1925. She was a wealthy Jewish woman who lived in what is known today as Austria. She died of meningitis before World War II broke out. This was January 24th, 1925. She left her collection of artwork to her husband, Ferdinand Bloch-Bouer, in her will. When Nazi Germany annexed Austria in 1938, her husband fled. Most of his properties in Austria, including his Klimt paintings, were looted. The German state hired an attorney to oversee the sale or disposal of this piece. In 1941, it was acquired by the Austrian State Gallery. Ferdinand died November 1945. In his will, he designated his nephew and nieces, including Maria Altmann, as the heirs of his estate. In 2000, Maria Altmann sued Austria in U.S. court for ownership of Adele Bloch-Bouer1 and other paintings from her uncle's collection. This was a long and notorious battle between Maria and the state of Austria. In 2006, it was deemed that Maria Altmann was the rightful owner of these works of art. In June 2006, the painting was sold for $135 million to Ronald Lauder for the Neue Gallery in New York City.